The second part of our local riding candidate profiles. Tonight we look at the race for Lanark-Frontenac-Kingston. And as Jesse Reynolds reports, there's one issue all four candidates agree upon.
It's a race with four distinct voices in Lanark-Frontenac-Kingston, each making their pitch to voters. Progressive Conservative John Jordan is running on his record, emphasizing investments in infrastructure and services.
It is still a problem. There's been a huge investment towards it, over $2.5 billion going across Ontario, trying to get connectivity for high-speed internet and cellular connectivity.
NDP candidate John McCrae says affordability, particularly housing, must be the priority.
We don't have enough housing for how many people are in Ontario right now, and it is driving costs way up. So what we need to do is we need to have permanent affordable housing.
Green Party candidate Dr. Marlene Spreet, a retired physician, opposes privatization in public services.
We strongly don't want any privatization, and I think some other parties are willing to consider it when they're looking at the administration and the delivery. And we just know that we put people before profits.
Liberal candidate Rob Rayner is sharply critical of Premier Doug Ford's decision to call an early election.
We and many people think it's highly suspect and erroneous for him to have triggered the election on this basis. He had the authority to lead Ontario's response to the Trump tariffs. He didn't need to go to the electorate to say, give me more authority. He already had it.
Regardless of their political affiliation, all four candidates agree healthcare is a top priority. Long wait times, a shortage of doctors, and strained ER departments are top of mind for residents in Lanark-Frontenac-Kingston. Jordan, who has experience in healthcare, believes the solution starts with expanding access to primary care.
So many people going to emergency departments that do not need to go there. They need access to primary care. So we've seen great investments in this riding relative to family health teams, community health centers, and we need to continue.
McCrae argues the issue is more urgent, particularly in rural areas where distance can be life-threatening.
If the ER is full, and you've already driven half an hour, who knows what you're going to be like at that point. You might need attention right away, but they don't have the staff to do it. They don't have the equipment to do it because they're underfunded.
Spreet says Ontario's per capita healthcare funding has declined despite government claims of large investments.
They'll talk about they've invested millions or billions, but when you work that out per capita, per each individual resident of the province, it's less than it used to be.
Rayner highlights the growing shortage of family doctors, warning it will only get worse.
2.5 million people in Ontario don't have a family doctor, and that's projected to go to over 4 million as some of the existing family physicians retire. And many of the younger physicians are not going into family medicine.
With just weeks until Election Day, all four candidates have different solutions, but agree on one thing. Ontario's healthcare system is in crisis. For voters, the question isn't if change is needed, but who can deliver it. Jesse Reynolds, Global News Kingston.